Why is it that we meditate? Why do we meditate? Why do we even do this? Well, if you're meditating here, it's probably because you've had your spiritual awakening. Meaning, I don't know, you are feeling that something is off. The world around us is beginning to feel a little fake. It feels like we don't fit in our jobs anymore, or maybe within our family or friends. You feel disillusioned, which means you see through the illusion of a more and more fake world with passing time. And you don't know what to do. Questions arise like, how can I find purpose within my life? Or how can I reach a more fulfilling existence? The thing is, only the authentic you has the answer to these types of questions. It's just that he or she is buried under piles of conditioning, brainwashing, trauma, basically ego. And when the ego is trying to answer the question, what should I do with my life? Who should I live with? Etc. The first reaction is, who's asking? Right? Because if it's coming from the ego, it will lead you astray. It won't lead you in what you really want. That's why when you're in ego, you think you want something, you get it, then you're dissatisfied again. You think you want something else, you get it, you're dissatisfied again. It's just, goes on and on and on like that. So the follow-up question to this big question is, who's asking? Because if it's the authentic you answering, well, that's it. The authentic you knows what it wants. The authentic you knows where you want to live, knows what you want to do with your free time. It knows it very well. So finding the authentic self, experiencing you for what you really are, yes, requires some shedding of personas that are not the authentic you. The ego has 1,000 masks, so you have to strip one by one. And the only way to do this is in meditation, by sitting and learning how to have a good look at yourself beyond the ego. This is what we do in our meditations. And disclaimer, these are powerful meditations. If you think you're not ready to face the real you probably shouldn't book this retreat. Because the first thing that appears when you have an honest look at your authentic self in meditation, the first thing that appears is the ugly part. Because it is part of you. It is something in you that you don't want to see, that you don't want to face. And it's the first thing that is going to pop up when you're allowing yourself to have an honest look at yourself. So it could be triggering. We have ways to deal with that. I try to take everybody by the hand without trying to convince anybody of anything. I just do a guidance of how to prepare your body and your mind to the experience of inner silence. I have some cues that I can give you and guide you slowly to pay attention to those cues, and eventually you will experience this moment of true presence. And this is invaluable, because this is where the authentic self lives. And by getting acquainted with your authentic self, it's like you are, having the best possible guidance that you could have in your life. So this is a good motivator to meditate.